Yo, yo, it's your boy ACO7, aka Dynamite, aka, and I'm back, man. So go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, man. This gonna be a little quick video. Um, I'm still playing the Ghost of YOTEI, and you see the character. That's her horse. I got a black stallion, and I think her name is Utah, so Ota, whatever her name is, right? I don't know how to pronounce Japanese names, but I wanted to go into my menus because there are a lot of secrets in that menu, and you can toggle things off and on. And some things may not work with other settings, but then there's some settings that I found out that works great together. So don't worry about what's on the screen right now. I'm going to get into the settings menu. Okay. Control. A lot of people may not know if your dual sense, I'm sorry, if your dual sense, it's got some stick drift. Go over there. Let me show you. Go to controls, push X, and then go way up to the right side, and then go down. Right here, you'll find something that says stick drift compensation. So if you got one of those, especially on the right stick, if you got one of those things that keep making your, you know what I'm saying, your vertical go up or horizontally right there, this is what you need to put on your stick drift compensation. Like, that's a dope feature to have. I rarely ever see this in a video game, but the fact that they have stick drift compensation, that means they own to something with that one, because that's very much needed. You know, they could have did that with Battlefield, Call of Duty. They could have did that with a lot of football. You know what I'm saying? This is the first game I ever seen that has stick drift compensation. All right. So if you ever want to go into there and change your settings, this is where you do it at. I leave all of the goodies on. I know people be like, I can't play with all the stuff vibrating. I do. I leave mine on. All right, that's one thing. Let me go back. Gameplay. See this target lock? Do not disable that. Go to swap on defeat. That means that when you're out there slashing niggas' arms off and cutting niggas up into pieces and shit and chopping heads off, as soon as you defeat that one enemy that you know what I'm saying, that you're putting on, right? The camera will automatically switch to the closest person that's trying to give you harm. You know what I mean? So the swap on defeat it's golden too. It's golden too, because you know how, like, when you're fighting, right? Everybody done played Ghost of Tsushima, and people playing Ghost of YOTEI, and you know how bothersome it is for you to finish off somebody else, but then somebody slice you in the back up or hit you in the back with one of them long sticks or something like that. Like, put it on swap on defeat. And you thank me later for that one. You know what I mean? Because that way, after you get done slicing and dicing somebody else over here, you can turn around. It'll automatically kind of turn around and do its own thing. You know what I mean? So. And that press up to toggle where target is locked, I barely use that because I got it on swap on defeat. You don't even have to worry about that. That's the crazy part. You don't even have to worry about that. All right, let's keep going there. Yeah, leave this all default right here. With the golden bird and the wolf appearances or quick amp, it's up to you what you want to do. All right. So that's how I got mine set up. Okay, audio. Now this right here, I really don't mess with because, you know, I play with Ghost of YOTEI in my headphones, right? I got the Pulse Elite, headsets. So it automatically saves it. You know what I mean? And they automatically they'll turn down the volume, the sound effects, cutscenes once you put it on 3D headphones. I don't know why they didn't say they have 3D sounds coming out, but this game does have 3D. It does support 3D sounds, you know, of a headset, you know what I mean? Because like the Pulse Elite, and then I know there's another one called, I can't remember it's Pulse something. I know it's Pulse something. But anyway, it don't matter. Keep all that the same, unless you don't like your music. Because sometimes I do turn my music down a little bit right here. You know, I won't go no lower than 70. You know what I mean? So you can keep all this the same. All right, so dump this. Now let's get into the real spiel, right? All right, now this right here is crucial because this right here is going to let you know if your TV is capable of handling this game the way it should be handled, pause, or you're just gonna be lucked out because in this brightness, look, in the display menu right here, right? When you go here, this would tell you what type of TV you have. Do you got a flagship TV, a mid-tier TV, or just a bunk ass TV? All right. Yo, what up, Jackknife? Long time no see, bro. What's good with you? What's good with you? Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody straight on this Ghost of YOTEI. So yeah, it's good to see you, homie. Good to see you. Okay, so go to display. Now, if you have, that would happen. That would happen while I'm on here. soon as I get on here, people want to call. Anyway, um, go into the display, right? If you got a 4K television, you can take advantage of all this stuff. The variable refresh rate. I leave motion blur off. Constant. I didn't like contrast because I feel like it added more pop, like more color to it, but it was oversaturated. You see what I'm saying? And then when it comes to dark, say like you're saying you out there at night, after you do like a little one of those little camp rests, right? After you wake up from a camp rest and you land on your horse, and they just say, do you want to wake up in the morning or at night? And if you pick at night, and you got that contrast on right here, the dramatic, it's too dark. It's too dark. Like straight up, I ain't even gonna hold you. It's too dark. Don't even do it. Like maybe you like it dark like that, but I turn up my color. You know what I mean? I just go in my setting menu to my TV and turn up the color. You see what I'm saying? This right here contrasts a little too much because it saturates it black too much, and then it kind of defaults the way the game's supposed to look. Everything looked too rich in color, if that makes any sense. Because I've tried it many a time since I've had this game, and every time when it comes nighttime, stuff is just too dark. You know what I'm saying? So keep that off. That's my opinion. But y'all can play around with it. All right. Performance. This is why I think it's dope right here. That they're actually giving us a quality performance and a ray tracing. Crazy, right? And a ray tracing, right? Now this, I got the base PS5. This ain't the PS5 Pro. So everybody that do have the PS5 Pro, you can take advantage of this ray tracing at 60 frames per second. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have quality and performance on the base PS5, but if you got a PS5 Pro, you can take advantage of the ray tracing at 60 frames per second. And then, if you want to make it even sweet in the pot, look, the variable refresh rate, I got it uncapped. So you can at least get almost 150, 120 hertz. Because I know uncapped, I be getting like 68, 72. You know what I mean? When I'm running it on the variable, that is the dopest settings that they got. Now, you combine those, play around with those two from the graphic modes and variable refresh rate. Just play around with them two until you find the sweet spot. You know what I mean? So you got your three here and you got your three here. So just mix and match them and see what's best for your TV, what's best for on your display. All right. So I always this is the way I play. I play it like this: performance and uncapped. You know what I mean? Like that's perfect for my base PS5. All those, like I said, they got a PS5 Pro. Take advantage of that because y'all can put it on ray tracing and put it on uncapped, and y'all have like literally a perfect running smooth game up to 120 hertz. Feel me? All right. So motion blur, I leave off. Kurosawa, I leave off. Now this one right here. This one right here. You're good. Okay. You think this game is bloody now? I'm trying to drop a jewel on y'all because I think everybody missing it. I missed it too until I went back in my settings and started looking at stuff like, what is it doing? If you go right here to the mic mode, it looks like mic mode, but I think it's called Miyake mode. Turn that on. Now, if you look over to your right hand side, you'll see it's inspired by the films of the acclaimed director Takashi Miyake. Adds more mud, more blood, and the use of tighter cinematic camera. Yo, this is a game changer because the game is already bloody as hell, right? See, look, here's the show blood, here's the dismemberment, right? That's on, right? Combine that with the Miyake mode, yo, talking about blood. Man, it gets so bloody in this game. I put it like this: it's more bloody than God of War. And you remember back in the day, God of War used to be bloody as hell. You know what I mean? Because after Kratos would get done fighting one of them big bosses or something like that, you know what I mean? Like Gaia and all them other, like Zeus's father, right? You see all that blood all sprayed over Kratos' body. Well, this is the closest we're gonna get to that. But the God of War and the Ragnarok ain't got no on this Miyake mode. Turn this on. You will thank me later. Be like, oh my God, this is a game changer. Like it's so bloody. I can't even describe how bloody it is. But in this game, you're chopping off heads, limbs, legs, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Blowing niggas up, whatever the case may be. Turn this on. Turn on the Miyake mode right here. Leave this off, then start with on, and then back to off, right? You know what I'm trying to be. Whatever that means. I don't like it because it kind of made everything kind of like staticky. Made the screen look kind of staticky. I don't know why what's up with that. Okay, so I got it on expert because I hate them to keep reminding me on how to use stuff, and like it pops up at the wrong time. So for those that's new to this franchise, I would say leave it on standard, right? But if you know how Ghost of Tsushima played, right, you can play this on expert mode, and it pretty much plays the same way, except you got more options. You know what I'm saying? Like you got guns in this game. You know, you got of course all your swords, your double swords. You know what I mean? The Kalik stick. I always called it the Kalik stick from what is it? What is that game I played back in the day? Soul Calibur. Yeah, remember that Kalik? Remember that dude Kalik that had a long stick? Yeah, so I call it my Kalik stick. Yeah, and this right here, boom, boom. If you like blood, if you like gore, there it is. And combine that with, like I said, combine that with this right here, the Miyaki mode right here. Turn that on. It's a game changer. It makes the blood so bloody. And I remember I watched the podcast a long time ago. And shout out to you, Harley. Excuse me. Shout out to you, Hardy, because you brought this up long, long time ago. He was like, I hate playing games that's being watered down. You know what I mean? If it's gonna be blood and gore, let it be blood and gore. You see what I'm saying? And they must have heard this nigga, they must have heard this nigga 8, right? Because ain't no way in the world 8 can tell me now that he ain't getting all the blood, guts, and gore. You know what I mean? That's what I call it, the blood, guts, and gore. I don't see how y'all gonna do not miss the settings. It's a game changer. All right. I had to brag on them a little bit because that right there made the game even funner. All right. So accessibility. I always turn this down. You know what I mean? I always turn this down. Or turn it off, I should say. No, ain't doing none of that. Ain't doing none of that. I don't like that enhanced cues because it makes these real strange sounds when you playing. Um, I put this on enhanced wind visibility for sure. Gust wind off, off. Rapid button presses is another one. The rapid button presses is another one. When you doing the bamboo sticks, trying to slice them, because if you don't put this on, if you put this on default, it's gonna time you. You know, most of the time we ain't fast enough. You know what I mean to put in, especially when you're trying to go to round 3 or to strike 3 off these bamboo sticks. It's hard. So the easiest way is to put it on simplified. You feel me? Put it on simplified. You'll thank me later for this one too. That way, if you got a piece of paper or your mind, sharp enough to remember real quick, you can enter it as slow as you want, as long as you enter it at the right prompt test. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. I know it's kind of early for me, but anyway, yeah. Turn this to simplify right here, and that won't give you such a headache when you playing the bamboo game. You know what I mean? Whatever it's called, bamboo mini game, whatever the fuck it is. All right. Motion sensor. Leave that on motion sensor function. Like I didn't really find nothing damning about either one. Whether you want to simplify or a motion sensor function, I just leave it on motion sensor function because it's easier when you play those mini games like trying to make a sword. Like when you got while you're at the forge and you got to keep forging these swords and stuff. You know what I mean? So, uh, yep, campfire control simplified. Now simplify here it is. You could use the controller, but then they say microphone. That means you got to blow into the controller and all that. That's I ain't trying to do all that. Simplify is good enough. So aim assist definitely on. Please put aim assist on. I'm telling you, even if you was a vet, you can get overwhelmed, especially when they start surrounding you. When it's like 6 to 8 people surrounding you all around, you need some aim assist. I'm trying to tell you, hey. But if your skills is that good to take down an army of 8 and they study whacking you with the double swords and the Kalik stick and throwing smoke bombs and man, this game get crazy. This game get crazy, man. Man. So let's go back over real quick. Change this. Don't leave this in default. Leave the control scheme in default. All right. If you got stick drift, go to this stick drift. Just go down like this, because I know some of y'all don't be watching. See, push X, control. See. Now I'm on the right hand side of the screen. See, default, left-handed, melee, and melee alternate, right? Leave that on default, but calm down here, which is very important. Oh, well, you know what? Some people use this, but I find the camera speed to be just fine where it's at. If you have any stick drift in your controller right now, this is one of the dopest features I've ever seen in the game recently. They actually have stick drift compensation. Turn that on. That way your stick that's what I'm saying, that got the lag in, you know what I mean? Or you got the stick drift going on, or your controller is stuck, or the analog is stuck. Turn this on. And then to make it seem like your controller has no problems with it. You know what I mean? Literally, as long as you play this game. Now when you're not playing this game, then yeah, you know what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be stick drift all over the place. But the fact that they actually have this in it, I mean, come on, man. You can't get mad at the stick drift compensation. No, that's dope as hell. All right. And like I said, I like leaving all my trigger vibration on. You know what I mean? Because I like to feel the world pause. But really, I do. I like to feel the world. I mean, because there's so much alive, especially in the dual sense. All right. So gameplay, blah blah blah. Swap on defeat. Remember this. This will keep you slashing niggas. You know what I mean? This will keep you from getting hit in the back or bomb through at you in your black because at your back. So as soon as say like you fighting somebody, right? Right? And you chop her arm off, right? You know they're gonna come in, right? Because they don't do one by one on this game. You know what I mean? That's what I like about the AI on this game. It goes to YOTEI. They don't do one by one. They will surround you. I don't care if it's six of them, eight, they're gonna surround you. You know what I mean? They'll flank you, they'll do all type of stuff. And then you get these dumb archers that I can't stand. I can't stand these archers in this game. They are the most annoyingest people in this game. And I know y'all gonna feel me if y'all play Ghost of Yotei, because back in Ghost of Tsushima, it wasn't that bad. But in Ghost of Yotei, I can't stand them dudes that stand in the back with them flaming bow and arrows and just keep pegging you, pegging you, pegging you. Pause, pause, pause. I have to say it that way because it's literally what they be doing. You hear them yell, they fire them flame arrows, just throw a grenade or something. Like, oh, come on, man. It's doing too much. Leave that one on swap on defeat. That way, it'll automatically switch to your closest next opponent. You know what I mean? Because it even says, well, look, when your opponent is defeated, you will lock onto the next available target. See, now if you want to switch targets, then you could like click the, then move the R stick. But I'm just saying, it automatically does that part. As soon as you defeat somebody, it will put you on the closest person to trying to bring you harm. That's a game changer. This right here is subjective. You know what I mean? If you like to go in and bird or the wolf appearance, I like it. I leave that stuff in. Maybe mix the game how it should be. Audio, man. I know some of y'all got surround sound, so it's definitely sound great in surround sound. But like I said, I'm using the Post Elite headsets for the PS5. I got the headphones in, so automatically it registers. You know what I mean? That I'm on the 3D thing, even though I don't show it says headphones. It registers 3D. You know, so it says for use with headphones provides a 3D experience if 3D audio is enabled. You see, so it may show that it's just headphones. But if you go into your setting menu on your PS5, what sound is that? Excuse me. Not what sound is that? Damn, what's it? Yeah. The 3D sound. I'm sorry. The 3D sound. You know what the 3D sound thing at in your PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Pro menu. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got that established. I always keep subtitles off because I don't know. I can listen to it. You know what I mean? I don't need to read the words, especially if I'm in the middle of combat and the enemies start talking. I don't want to see none of that. You know what I mean? I just want to get the cut. All right, and this one right here, just depending on what kind of display you have. If you got a 4K, 120 hertz TV or whatever or monitor, you can play around with the contrast. The contrast suck to me. I mean, it's not bad. It's just too saturated. It makes the colors too saturated. Like this, like the colors are bleeding in. You know what I mean? Like I don't like that. So, I got my TV as far as color mode on my TV itself. I got it on 55. You know what I mean? I don't need it no higher than that. And then I tried it with the contrast and put it on dramatic, and it just made the scene so dark, especially at night. Oh my God, it's like you don't hardly see no light. And then, you know what I'm saying? When you got it on contrast, like that's dumb. It's dumb. I'm sorry, that's a dumb feature. I just wish they would have just left it like it is. But if you got the base PS5, go ahead and put it on Pro. Go ahead and put it on Performance, and then put it on Uncapped. I've tried the off, still lock 60. I've tried the smooth, still lock 60. Uncapped, that's when you get to like 60 to between 60 and almost 90. Almost 90, not quite 90, but I've been in certain areas, and I'm talking about when the fighting is getting heavy, right? I tried it all, and Uncapped keeps the resolution high, but it also makes you have better frame rates, which is crazy that they're doing this on the PS5. I'm thinking like, why in the world y'all ain't been doing this? You telling me Sucker Punch is the only one that understands how this game and shit work? Because the features that they add in this game is very much needed, man. Talking about like Phil Spencer, bitch ass, was saying, but there's no way we can compete with Sony. You know, it's not like that. You know, it's not like if you just make a great game, things are just gonna go away. Yeah, bitch. It will. It will, Phil Spencer, you snake oil salesman ass nigga. Feel good Spencers, aka the motherfucker that's done X. Phil Spencer, I can't stand your ass because you could have y'all. I ain't even gonna. That's for another video. I ain't even gonna get to that. But anyway, if you own the PS5 Pro, Put this on ray tracing and uncapped. Okay? If you own the PS5 Pro, use ray tracing and uncapped. You'll thank me later for it. I mean, this game is already beautiful. You know what I mean? This game is already just whew, man. There's some gorgeous landscape in this video. And Sucker Punch is known to do some real Sucker Punch shit. You know what I mean? Bars, right? Nah, but for real, on the good foot, look, the fact that Sucker Punch has been able to do. It made me think of the Ratchet and Clank 2 when it first came out. That you're able to do quality, performance, and ray tracing. You know what I mean? And the only thing that not Astro, god damn it, I'm all over the place. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank didn't even have that variable refresh rate at all. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I tried it off. It's a lock 60, smooth, lock 60. Now, why would see? Here's the thing. Why would you leave it on smooth, right? If you can just put it on off, right? And it would give you the best graphic mode. And I'm talking about from your console. You know how you can go in your console down in your settings, and you can go to either performance mode or quality mode, right? What's the point of putting it on that? If you turn it off, it automatically makes it like 60 frames per second. It does the same thing smooth, but at the same time, smooth takes away from a lot of the resolution. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. So I leave it uncapped because it gives the best of both worlds. And you know, there ain't no what do you call that shit? Oh, man, I'm all lost in here. I woke up early. What is they call that shit? Damn, my brain ain't turned on, y'all. I know I just want to give y'all this information because I've been like trying the settings off and on, see which work, you know what I'm saying, which work and what don't work. Since I have a fucking lapse in brain power right now. PS5, put it on performance. Make sure the PS5 in your settings menu on the PS5 is set into performance as well. You can try out there's no point to the smooth to me. It's just no point because it's still lock 60. And then once you get the uncap, then that gets you up to like 60 to 90. You see what I'm saying? Frames per second. So off is good. Don't make that, even if you don't got a variable refresh rate on your TV, just leave it off. You know what I'm saying? But if you do, skip the smooth. There's no point to the smooth. Uncap, you know good and well, everybody on the PS5 Pro gonna use this one. And this right here is my favorite settings in the whole dang menu, man. This is my favorite, the Miyake mode right here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's Miyake. Because it looked like Mike, Mike mode. I know. I think it's Miyake. But anyway, turn this on right here. You see it over there, right? Inspired by the films of acclaimed director Takashi Miike. I think his name is Mike. As more mud, more blood. They didn't say more guts, but it is more guts, more dismemberment too, because you will find that out. If you're playing with this off and you turn it back on, you're going to see how much they get decapitated. You can chop legs off, stick swords in the back of niggas' necks, jumping off a roof. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about limbs be falling all over the place. Like, it's crazy. It's like a steroid mode. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a steroid mode for this game, which is insane. Thank you, Sucker Punch. This is all we be wanting, man. Give us a great game. Give us a great game with some great settings in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not too much to tweak. You know what I mean? Like PC, it's gonna take them an hour and a half and stuff to tweak our old games from 5 years ago. We talking about tweaking this now. You know what I mean? This ain't even. I think this is almost a month old. You see what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, if you want to have the best experience, turn this on Miyake mode. All right. Hurry up and go to get it. Like I said, if you like subtitles on, sometimes you cut that on. I leave it all off. Rapid button press simplify, especially when you get those bamboo little mini games. Turn this on simplify. That way, it's not rushing you. You know what I'm saying? By timing, how long, it's going to take you to enter all of that function. Just put it on simplify, and you'll be like, oh my god. That way, you'll be able to write it down. If you can't remember, you'll be able to just write it down. And it won't start you over because it's like it takes away the timer. Let's see. I want to make sure I got everything. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I got everything. So, look. We up here. Look at the blood. Look, that's how you know I got done fighting a bear. I got done fighting a bear. He killed me like 3 times. but I had to put him to sleep. Look at the blood still on me. And here's what's crazy. If you go into water, it washes all that blood off. You can't tell me that's like a naughty dog, a naughty dog effect right there. You know what I mean? Where you can get mud and blood on your strip, but as soon as you jump in water, all the blood get washed away. That's the same way as in this game too. See, I'm bloody because I ain't been near no water. You know what I'm saying? But if I go in that water right there, it's just gonna put it all out. That's the crazy part. So on that note, man, it's your boy ACL7, man. I had to drop this little drill video on y'all. You know what I mean? So y'all can play Ghost of YOTEI at the best possible way. If I'm missing anything, y'all can comment below and let me know if there's anything that I'm missing or you got any questions on this game, because I've been just tinkering around with the settings. Not like the PC dudes, because I know when I say tinker, y'all think it's like PC menus. No, 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 no. I'm just saying the few options that they have between like the uncap and the smooth and off, you know what I mean? And the performance mode and ray tracing and like that's cool and all. You know what I'm saying? So it's not too much what's in there, because you can literally just put this game on and turn it on, ain't gotta mess with no settings. You know what I mean? Because it's already set up pretty good. You know how I go in console games. All of this stuff, all of these games and softwares is updated. It's all updated for future reference. You know what I mean? So these games could be as best as they could be. I like the fact that Sucker Punch came out with this game and gave you all of the settings that you need as a console owner to play this game at your best. At your best. So I just gave y'all a rundown what I got. Like I said, if y'all got a piece of the pie that I'm missing right now, hey, let me know. You know what I mean? Let me know. I'll change it up, switch it up, and see what it look like. On that note, everybody that came through, I see y'all be sneaking in the back door. Pause. Everybody that came through, everybody's gonna come through later. Much love. The boy Abe7 is out of here. Shout out to you, Jackknife. Shout out to you, Cool Breeze. Shout out to you, Next Gen, Big Cloud, BNA, Sick Humor. Man, it's too many Asian Gambit. It's too many of them, man. It's too many of them, man. Yeah, too many of them. Thrash. Yeah, it's just mentioned Thrash. So on that note, y'all, I'm out. Peace, peace, peace. Oh, wait. Exclusives. Yeah.